And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 6th place in the Central Division after 18 games skated. They have a record of 8-10. 16 points has them 10 points out of first place behind the Dallas Stars, 5 points behind their next opponent, the St. Louis Blues. Now, after the Nashville Predators wrap up this next game in St. Louis, it's back home on Sunday to face off against the Winnipeg Jets. Tuesday versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Close out the month of November with a game against Minnesota Wild at Bridgestone Arena, and then start the month of December with the game at Bridgestone Arena against the New York Rangers. On December 3rd, the Preds will be in Buffalo. It's the first of 3 regular season meetings between the Central Division rivals. On February the 17th is when the Preds will be in Seattle for their one and only trip, or in St. Louis, not Seattle. I've done that 2 shows in a row. St. Louis, I should start using better abbreviations. On April the 4th, the Predators will host the St. Louis Blues again at Bridgestone Arena. Now, speaking of the St. Louis Blues, they're currently in 4th place in the Central Division with a record of 10-7-1. They have 21 points, 5 points ahead of the Nashville Predators. On home ice, the St. Louis Blues are 6-2. The Preds on the road are 2-6. And the Nashville Predators have definitely had some struggles on the road. In the goals category, St. Louis has scored 53 on the season and given up 52. The Preds have scored 56 and given up 59. Let's run down the Central Division updated standings real quick before we get fully into this matchup between the Preds and the Blues. It is the Dallas Stars in first place with 26 points, a record of 12-4-2. Colorado Avalanche are in second place with a record of 12-6. They have 24 points, 2 points back from Dallas. Winnipeg also has 24 points. St. Louis Blues in 4th place with 21 points. The Arizona Coyotes have 18 points in 5th place. The Preds have 16 points in 6th place. Minnesota at 14, Chicago at 10. Now, the St. Louis Blues, let's take a look at their most recent stretch of action. It was back on November the 14th. It was a 5-0 win versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Followed that up on the 16th of November with a 5-1 loss at the San Jose Sharks. That's right, they lost at the San Jose Sharks. On the 18th of November, a 5-1 loss at the LA Kings. And on the 19th, a 3-1 win at Anaheim before their most recent game on this road trip. It came on 11/22, and that was a 6-5 win at the Arizona Coyotes. Binnington had to be pulled in that game after giving up 5 goals. He was only 8-13. Hoffer comes in and gets the win, going 12 out of 12. So for the Nashville Predators, St. Louis Blues, first matchup of the season for St. Louis Blues on a very long road trip, and it's been complex, that is for sure. Let's get into the matchup and the numbers between these two teams. When it comes to the goals for category, Nashville Predators 3.11 per game is 19th overall in the NHL, while the Blues are 2.89 goals per game, 24th overall in the league. In the goals against category, 3.28 per game is 20th overall for the Nashville Predators, while St. Louis is giving up 2.83 per game. That is 10th overall in the NHL. In the shots for category, St. Louis generating 29.7 shots on net per game. That's only 22nd in the league, while the Preds have a significant uptick after their most recent game, now up to 31.4 shots per game. That's 15th best in the NHL. In the shots against category, the Nashville Predators giving up 29.6 shots per game. That is 10th in the NHL, while the St. Louis Blues are giving up 31.9. That's 23rd overall in the NHL. In special teams, not a lot of impressive numbers in this matchup, but the power play for the Preds, 20%. Conversion rate is 16th overall. 15 out of 75 is their raw data. On the power play side for the St. Louis Blues, 7.3% conversion rate is 31st, one from last in the NHL. Only 4 power play goals in the season with 55 opportunities. On the penalty kill for St. Louis, 19th best in the league at 77.8% kill rate. They've given up 10 power play goals on the season. Nashville Predators kill rate is 73.3%. That's 27th overall in the NHL. They've given up 16 power play goals against. We do have an injury update for the Nashville Predators. Glass now officially on injured reserve. Tommy Novak still on injured reserve, another 3 to 5 weeks possibly. And Shen is back skating and practicing, but not been taken off of IR yet. That could happen at any moment for any of the upcoming games. Every team in the NHL is loaded with highly skilled individuals, so we always like to run down the statistics for the top 5 scores on each side of the matchup. Let's start with the visiting Nashville Predators in this one. Filip Forsberg, 9 goals, 12 assists for 21 points on the season, 21 points in 18 games, well over a point per game so far this season. That's highly impressive and easily one of the best offensive productions starts to a season for Filip Forsberg in his career, and he's just doing wild stuff out there on the rink right now. O'Reilly has 9 goals as well, 8 assists for 17 total points. Nyquist, 2 and 11 for 13. That makes up your entire first line, so your top 3 scorers are your first line for the Nashville Predators. Tommy Novak, unfortunately, out injured at this time, but still 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points, 4th on the team in scoring. And the captain, Roman Josi, is at 3 goals and 9 assists for 12 points. Now, when it comes to the stats on the St. Louis Blues side, the host and home team, Thomas at 7 and 11 for 18 points. Buchnevich is at 6 goals and 5 assists for 11 points. Shen is at 6 and 5 for 11. Kyrou, 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points. And Falk, no goals, but 10 assists for 10 total points. The anticipated goaltending matchup, UC Saros in net for the Nashville Predators, a record of 6-9-0 on the season, 8.94 save percentage, 3.13 goals against average. Jordan Binnington, 5-5-1, had to be pulled in the most recent start at Arizona after giving up 5 goals. 9.12 save percentage, 2.79 goals against average. Giving up 5 goals but not having a decision, not taking a loss in the game is something that's not something you see very often. That's going to get you all set up for the Nashville Predators St. Louis Blues Black Friday matinee show and matinee game. So just remember, we'll be in the bunker covering it all. We'll have it all broken down immediately after the game. And don't forget to check out our merch sale. I'll go ahead and plug it 1 or 2 more times for the end of the episode because we've marked everything down for Black Friday as well, just like everybody else does. If everybody else is going to do it, we're going to jump in on this one and try to help get some good, cheap merchandise. T-shirts as low as $15 in some cases. So check out that. We'll be back. Rebirth Sports full game recap. It's coming up after this on the Renegades of Puck podcast.